Your blood sugar meter shows 172 milligrams per deciliter. Again, despite following all the advice you've been given, despite the medications, despite everything you've tried, you're frustrated, confused, and honestly a little scared about what this means for your future. But what if I told you that something as simple as adding 2 eggs to your daily routine could transform your blood sugar control in ways your doctor never mentioned? Today on Breaking Diabetes, we're exploring how eating 2 eggs per day can help you reduce your blood sugar and why it almost can't fail to work. That's right, I'm about to reveal exactly how comer 2 ovos por diapo de você a reduzer o açúcar no sangue with a protocol so straightforward neo tem como dar errado. There's simply no way it can go wrong when done correctly. The blood sugar secret hiding in your refrigerator. They sit there in your refrigerator, humble and unassuming. Most people walk right past them on their way to grab the healthy whole grain bread or fat-free yogurt. But these modest orbs contain a metabolic magic that scientists are only now beginning to fully comprehend. The egg represents nature's original perfect food package, precisely calibrated with exact nutrients needed to transform a single cell into a living being. When you consider that biological miracle, it shouldn't be surprising that eggs contain powerful compounds that can help regulate your metabolism. But here's what makes this truly remarkable. While most health foods offer their benefits only to certain individuals, eggs work through multiple pathways that benefit nearly everyone with blood sugar concerns. Whether you have prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or simply struggle with energy crashes and cravings. The remarkable blood sugar science that nobody's talking about. Before we dive into the practical protocol, you need to understand why this works so consistently. The blood sugar stabilizing effects of eggs stem from 5 distinct mechanisms. 1. The perfect macronutrient profile. Eggs contain virtually zero carbohydrates while providing high-quality protein and beneficial fats in an ideal ratio. This means they have a glycemic index of 0. They simply don't raise blood sugar when consumed. But it goes deeper than just not raising blood sugar. The protein-to-fat ratio in eggs triggers a cascade of metabolic signaling that actively improves how your body processes glucose. The 6 to 7 grams of protein per egg stimulates minimal insulin release while activating muscle protein synthesis, crucial for glucose disposal and insulin sensitivity. 2. The choline connection. Each egg yolk contains approximately 147 milligrams of choline, a nutrient that 90% of Americans don't get enough of. This compound is essential for liver function, which plays a central role in glucose metabolism. Research from the University of North Carolina found that adequate choline intake improved glucose tolerance by up to 11% in study participants with metabolic syndrome. For perspective, that's comparable to the effect of some prescription medications achieved through food alone. 3. The leucine leverage. Eggs are rich in the amino acid leucine, which serves as a primary trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Why does this matter for blood sugar? Your skeletal muscles are the largest glucose sink in your body, responsible for clearing about 80% of glucose from your bloodstream after meals. By promoting muscle maintenance and health, the leucine in eggs helps ensure your body's glucose disposal system works optimally. This is particularly important as we age and naturally lose muscle mass, which correlates directly with declining insulin sensitivity. 4. The satiety solution. Perhaps the most immediately noticeable effect of adding eggs to your diet is their extraordinary impact on hunger and cravings. A study published in the International Journal of Obesity found that participants who ate eggs for breakfast consume an average of 330 fewer calories throughout the day compared to those who ate a carbohydrate-based breakfast with the same calorie content. Fewer hunger and carb cravings translate directly to more stable blood sugar. It's simple math. You can't spike your glucose with carbohydrates you don't eat because you're not hungry for them. 5. The metabolic reset effect. When consumed as part of a meal, eggs have been shown to reduce the glycemic response to carbohydrates eaten at the same time. This second meal effect means that eggs don't just avoid raising your blood sugar, they actively help blunt the blood sugar impact of other foods. Research from the University of Toronto demonstrated that adding an egg to a slice of toast reduced the glycemic response to that toast by nearly 30%. It's like eggs serve as a metabolic shield, protecting you from the full impact of carbohydrates. What's your experience with eggs and blood sugar? Have you noticed differences in your readings after eating them? Share your observations in the comments below. The 2-week protocol that's changing lives. Now that you understand the science, let's get practical. Here's a simple 2-week protocol that has helped thousands take control of their blood sugar. Week 1, the introduction phase. Days 1 to 3, replace whatever you currently eat for breakfast with 2 eggs prepared any way you enjoy, except deep fried. If you're usually not hungry in the morning, have the eggs as your first meal whenever you get hungry. Days 4 to 7, continue with the egg breakfast, but now measure your blood sugar before eating and again 2 hours after. This establishes your personal baseline response. Week 2, the optimization phase. Days 8 to 10, experiment with timing. Try having 1 egg with breakfast and 1 with lunch. Monitor your blood sugar response to see if this timing works better for your body. Days 11 to 14, fine-tune your preparation method. Try different cooking techniques, soft-boiled, poached, gently scrambled, to see which provides the best blood sugar stability for you personally. Throughout the 2 weeks, maintain a simple log noting your blood sugar readings, your hunger levels throughout the day, scale of 1 to 10, your energy levels, scale of 1 to 10, any cravings you experience. By the end of 2 weeks, you'll have personalized data showing exactly how eggs affect your unique metabolism. This isn't theory. It's your body speaking to you directly through measurable results. Real results from real people. The power of this approach lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. Here are real experiences from people who've tried the 2-egg protocol. Lisa, age 57, pre-diabetic. After years of morning readings between 110 to 130 mg/dl, I started having 2 soft-boiled eggs for breakfast. Within 4 days, my fasting blood sugar dropped to 92 milligrams per deciliter and has stayed under 100 for 3 months now. Marcus, age 42, type 2 diabetic for 6 years. I was skeptical about eggs because I'd heard they were high in cholesterol. But my post-meal spikes were regularly hitting 200 plus. After switching from cereal to eggs, my highest reading has been 147, even with the same medication dosage. Elaine, age 68, diabetic for 15 years. The most surprising change wasn't even my blood sugar, though that improved too. It was that the brain fog I'd been experiencing lifted completely. I hadn't realized how much those blood sugar swings were affecting my thinking. These aren't unusual results. The blood sugar stabilizing effects of eggs are so consistent that many integrative physicians now recommend them as a cornerstone of diabetes management protocols. Beyond blood sugar, the comprehensive health benefits. While stable blood sugar is reason enough to consider adding eggs to your daily routine, the benefits extend far beyond glucose control. Enhanced brain function. The choline in egg yolks is a precursor to acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for memory and cognitive function. Many diabetics report improved mental clarity when they stabilize their blood sugar with eggs. Improved eye health. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that protect against the retinal damage that diabetics are particularly vulnerable to. These compounds concentrate in the retina, acting as natural protection against diabetic retinopathy. Better heart health markers. Contrary to outdated fears about eggs and cholesterol, research consistently shows that egg consumption improves the ratio of HDL to LDL cholesterol and reduces triglycerides, particularly important for diabetics who have a higher cardiovascular risk. Reduced inflammation. The omega-3 fatty acids in eggs, particularly pasture-raised eggs, help combat the chronic inflammation that both contributes to and results from diabetes. This multifaceted impact explains why something as simple as adding eggs can have such profound effects on not just blood sugar, but overall well-being. Critical mistakes that can sabotage your results. To truly harness the blood sugar stabilizing power of eggs, you need to avoid these common pitfalls. Mistake number 1. Pairing with high glycemic foods, adding 2 eggs to a breakfast that also includes orange juice, toasted jam, and hash browns completely undermines their blood sugar benefits. The eggs alone can't overcome the glucose impact of these high carbohydrate accompaniments. Solution: pair eggs with non-starchy vegetables like spinach, bell peppers, or asparagus. If you must have carbohydrates with your eggs, choose small portions of low glycemic options like berries or a small piece of sourdough bread. Mistake number 2, using damaging cooking methods, frying eggs in industrial seed oils, soybean, corn, vegetable oil, creates inflammatory compounds that can worsen insulin resistance, directly counteracting the egg's benefits. Solution: cook eggs in heat-stable fats like butter, ghee, olive oil, or coconut oil. Better yet, choose preparation methods that require no added oils, like soft boiling or poaching. Mistake number 3. Choosing low-quality eggs. Not all eggs are created equal. Conventional eggs from hens fed primarily soy and corn produce a different nutritional profile than eggs from properly raised hens. Solution: when possible, choose eggs from pasture-raised hens. These contain more omega-3 fatty acids and less inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, enhancing their blood sugar benefits. Mistake number 4. Ignoring individual variation. Metabolism is highly individual. While the 2-egg protocol works for most people, the optimal timing, preparation, and accompaniments vary from person to person. Solution: use your glucose meter as a discovery tool, not just a monitoring device. Test different approaches to find what works best for your unique metabolism. Have you made any of these mistakes before? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experience. The surprising research Big Pharma hopes you'll never see. Why isn't this simple, effective approach more widely recommended? The unfortunate reality is that there's little financial incentive to promote solutions that don't involve patentable products. A revealing analysis published in the Journal of the American Medical Association examined funding sources for nutritional research and found that studies emphasizing pharmaceutical interventions received 80% more funding than those focusing on dietary approaches, despite similar or better outcomes from the dietary interventions. For context, the global diabetes drug market exceeds $78 billion annually. The humble egg, despite its remarkable efficacy for blood sugar management, generates no comparable revenue stream for anyone. This isn't to suggest medications aren't important. They absolutely are. But it does explain why simple, effective nutritional approaches often remain underemphasized in conventional diabetes education. Eggs versus medications, a shocking comparison. To understand just how powerful this nutritional approach can be, consider how the 2-egg protocol compares to common diabetes medications. Blood sugar impact. A metformin typically reduces fasting blood glucose by 20 to 30 mg/dl. The two-egg protocol has been observed to reduce fasting glucose by 15 to 25 mg/dl in many individuals. Post-meal glucose spikes. SGLT2 inhibitors reduce post-meal spikes by approximately 40 to 60 mg/dl. Replacing a high-carb breakfast with 2 eggs can reduce post-meal spikes by 30 to 100 mg/dl. Side effects. Common diabetes medications frequently cause gastrointestinal distress, vitamin B12 deficiency, urinary tract infections, or yeast infections. The egg protocol's side effects include improved satiety, better nutrient status, and often weight loss. Cost. The diabetes medications cost between $14 to $1,000 plus monthly. 2 organic pasture-raised eggs daily cost approximately $30 to $40 monthly. To be absolutely clear, this is not suggesting anyone should stop their prescribed medications. Rather, it illustrates how something as simple as a dietary change can complement medical treatment with comparable metabolic impact. The 7-day challenge that could change everything. If you're still skeptical, and healthy skepticism is valuable, I propose a simple experiment. For just 7 days. 1. Add 2 eggs to your daily routine. 2. Prepare them using the guidelines outlined above. 3. Track your blood sugar, energy, hunger, and cravings. 7 days is enough to experience measurable differences while requiring minimal commitment. At worst, you've added high-quality nutrition to your diet for a week. At best, you may discover a simple, sustainable tool for blood sugar management that works better than you expected. What do you have to lose? Share your 7-day results in the comments. Your experience could inspire someone else to try this approach. Beyond breakfast, creative ways to incorporate your daily eggs. While breakfast is the most obvious time to enjoy eggs, there's no rule saying that's the only option. Here are creative ways to incorporate your 2 daily eggs. Lunch options. Hard-boiled eggs added to salads. A quick egg drop soup. Whisked eggs stirred into hot broth. Egg roll in a bowl. Eggs scrambled with cabbage, carrots, and protein. Dinner possibilities. Eggs baked in avocado halves. A frittata with dinner leftovers. A sheet pan dinner with vegetables and baked eggs. Snack ideas. Deviled eggs with healthy fats. Egg salad on cucumber slices. A simple egg muffins made ahead for grab-and-go options. The key isn't when you consume the eggs, but rather incorporating them consistently and preparing them properly to maximize their blood sugar benefits. The long-term vision beyond blood sugar management. While stabilizing blood sugar is the immediate benefit of the 2-egg protocol, the long-term vision extends much further. By implementing this simple change, you're 1. Taking a step toward metabolic healing rather than just symptom management. 2. Providing your body with nutrients that support the systems damaged by blood sugar fluctuations. 3. Creating a foundation for sustainable health practices that don't rely solely on medications. 4. Developing awareness of how specific foods affect your unique metabolism. This isn't just about managing diabetes. It's about reclaiming metabolic flexibility and moving toward optimal health. One final thought worth considering. The most powerful solutions are often the simplest. In a world of increasingly complex medical interventions and exotic supplements, there's something profoundly reassuring about finding help in something as basic and accessible as an egg. Your ancestors knew this. Traditional cultures worldwide valued eggs for their life-giving properties. Modern research is simply confirming what generations before us understood intuitively, that nature often provides exactly what we need if we're wise enough to recognize it. Starting tomorrow morning, you have a choice. Continue with the same patterns that may have led to blood sugar struggles, or try something simple yet powerful that has helped thousands before you. 2 eggs, 2 weeks, potentially life-changing results. What's your biggest question about implementing the egg protocol? Let me know in the comments below. I want to help you succeed with this approach. Join our Breaking Diabetes community, where we're uncovering these simple yet powerful approaches to metabolic health beyond just medications and restrictions. Subscribe now to ensure you don't miss our upcoming video on the surprising bedtime ritual that can lower your morning blood sugar by up to 30 points overnight. Remember, sometimes the most powerful health solutions aren't found in the pharmacy or the latest medical journal. They're waiting in your refrigerator.